All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Mask and Cowl. This is episode 3. I'm Justin. That is Ben. Eventually, he will also start doing the intros, I'm sure. But today,
Hello.
today we're gonna go ahead and get started here. A little bit of catch up. It's been a little while. I'm trying to get us back, or I'm gonna try and get us on a good schedule, a good consistent schedule for what we're doing. It's really just my schedule, my work schedule that screws everything up. So we'll get that figured out here soon. But let's see. A few things
They got
happened.
2 episodes last week. They're fine.
Well, that
I'm
was that
kidding.
was over a week ago, and I want to get it out on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
Even if we got to record 2 a week, we could do that. That'll work. Um, Man, like between you, me, and I guess our wives or something, I don't know. We got 5 subscribers. Let's go. Yeah, 5 subscribers.
I
We've,
was wondering where that
I
was.
don't.
I don't
I,
know where.
yeah, I don't know where that fifth one. Well, I sent it to a few people. I sent it to more than
Oh
five
yeah,
people, so that I'm like,
you
I don't know.
fakers.
Yeah. Although we've got
Some of the 5 people watching this
Although
are now going to
episode 2
probably know.
has 39 views, I think last I
Oh,
checked.
does it
That's
really?
pretty crazy. That's
I
pretty
wonder.
exciting.
I wonder what the analytics are on if they watched all of it.
I don't know. I'll get better about looking into that later on.
Anyway,
Um,
yeah.
Very briefly, I know I like the last few at least, just to keep it consistent. I opened up briefly talking about the Game Awards, so I will just mention that the nominees for the Game Awards did come out for everything. Most of the stuff doesn't matter, but we did get our top 6 for what the Game of the Year uh, category is. And so it's going to come down to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm realizing now
Money's on Donkey.
4 out of 5 of those are a sequel, like a number 2. That's kind of interesting. No, it's absolutely going to be Clair Obscur.
No, it's going to be Donkey.
It's not going to be Donkey Kong. I don't even think Donkey
You
Kong
heard it here
belongs
first.
in this category, to be honest with you. That's a hot take, but probably the hotter take is, man, like of these, because I haven't played half of them, I do think Clair Obscur is the best or the one I like the most or whatever. Clair Obscur is really overrated. It's very good, but it's like a
That's
solid.
still your pick.
It's absolute, like it's people are saying that this is like the best game in the past 20 years. Like people are saying this is like a generational game. This is like an 8 out of 10 game. Like this is a solid, I would say great game. Um but like I wouldn't say that, I mean definitely for me it's not, uh but I would not say that this is, like people are saying like this is the best thing since like the OG Final Fantasy
Sliced
7 and
bread.
stuff. Yeah, it's ambitious. It does a lot of things really well, but it has like some legitimate flaws. But I mean, it's very good. Like I just I don't know. The only like I don't want to talk bad about it because the thing, it's not a bad game at all. It's just not
You like it, but
amazing.
it's just gotten too much hype.
It is way overhyped. I think that it belongs in the conversation with these guys. I don't think that it belongs in the like I don't know if anyone thinks, like there's probably some people out there, but I guarantee the vast majority of people are looking at this and they're like, man, the interesting conversation is going to be like they don't have a second place, but what's going to be second, or like what probably is second place, because like anyone seriously thinking about it is just from having the pulse in the gaming like news and listening to a lot of gaming talk and stuff like that, and just seeing like the trends and what people say and whatnot. Like it since like April or whenever Expedition 33 came out, it's been like, oh, this is the game of the year. Okay, cool. It just blew people's expectations away. So anyway, yeah, we don't need to go on talking much about that. We also have some other things to do. You said you had a movie or two you want to talk about that you saw. I saw Wicked. Disappointed in you that you did not see Wicked for good.
Sorry,
But we're
I
gonna
didn't.
we're gonna talk about, you're married. You should also have to go see it. But then again, I'm
No, it's
I'm
not.
more excited about it myself. But so what do you want to get into first then? Now we got the
All
game
right,
stuff out of the way.
so let me just go through the 2 movies I saw that you haven't seen either one. You might have seen one of them. This one of them's kind of older. So when I say older, I mean like early 2000s. just a quick review on it. Not even really a review, just like what I thought. It's called Children of Men. I'd heard great things about it. It's almost like a post-apocalyptic world where women can't have children anymore. Like there's a fertility crisis. Maybe it's not the women, maybe it's the guys. I don't know. Basically, there's this one girl who can, and she's pregnant, and like the whole movie is them trying to get her to a safe area because obviously the baby's gonna be like the movie starts out with the youngest person on Earth is 18 years old and gets killed. So the next is like, oh, who's next? And it's another 18-year-old, but like that's how the population is going, and it's like catastrophic. Like we're all gonna descend. Anyway, it was interesting. It was a solid movie. It was a good movie. It wasn't really my taste, to be honest. I'm not really into post-apocalyptic usually. Um, I don't even know if it's post-apocalyptic because it's like it's 2027 is what the date's supposed to be, and there's like cars and build like everything's kind of normal. But anyway, I gave it's like a 9 out of 10 movie, but not personally for me. It's like 8.5, something like that. It's just not
Still
my
pretty good.
taste.
That's still really good.
Well, that's where I can look at it and I can be like, this is a good movie.
So this is a okay.
This
So
is
this
very
is a good
tense.
movie. Okay.
This
Yeah,
is a
yeah. I
good
looked it
movie.
up here. Yeah, I mean it's got like a 7.9 on IMDb and a 92% on Rotten Tomato. Like
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
considered good. I've never heard of this movie before.
I've heard of it. The beginning people say is like the best opening of any movie ever. I don't know if I wouldn't say that, but it kind of does capture your attention when you get into the actual world. It's a very tense movie. Pretty good. I give it 8.5, 9, something like that. Another movie I saw, One Battle After Another. That came out this
It's
year.
the new one
It's
this year,
got
right? With Leo
yeah,
DiCaprio.
new
Is that Leo?
DiCaprio,
Okay.
Benicio
Yeah.
del Toro, Sean Penn. And
Pretty good
so
cast.
I've been hearing great things about this movie, and how great Sean Penn was, and how this movie should win. Like the box office wasn't great, and people were like, "How
I
does
remember
this
that.
movie not make money if it's so good?" And so I was like, "Let me watch this." I like DiCaprio, and just for the basic gist, I'm not gonna give the basic gist of the story, anyways. It's just too much to explain. Anyway, um, I gave it like a 6.5 after watching because the acting phenomenal. Like DiCaprio is good. I would say he's the third best acting performance in this though. I would say Sean Penn top tier as the villain.
Sean
And then
Penn's the villain.
Benicio del
Okay.
Toro was also fantastic. Basically, a big part of it is there's these, I don't know if you want to say freedom fighters. They're almost like terrorists, to be honest. It's almost like the Flag Smashers in Falcon and Winter
Falcon Winter
Soldier.
Soldier. Okay.
Yeah, where they're like kind of good, but kind of bad as well. That are trying to, stop the, I guess it's ICE. It's like the military at the border. They're capturing all these immigrants, and I mean, it's a fun movie. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. The acting is phenomenal, but there was just a lot that I was kind of like, I don't get this. There was a lot of like, what was the point of that? Especially at the end. There's a certain character that at the end you think he meets a certain fate, but then he really doesn't. And you're kind of like, okay, well, what's this going to lead to? It leads to something else that you're kind of like, why didn't you just leave at the first fate? It didn't make sense. Um, but something I did see something about it where so like in the beginning there's the people who are trying to stop the military with dealing with the immigration thing, but like they're blowing up politicians' offices and things like that, like things that you're like that's just acts of terrorism, let's be honest. And you're like the movie is really making these guys out to be the good guys, like what the heck. And Benicio del Toro meanwhile is this karate teacher who's like kind of helping immigrants, he's sheltering them, feeding them, things like that. And somebody pointed out, I saw somebody say like the movie isn't to make the people in the beginning look good. The point of the movie is to show the two different ways to retaliate to immigration. Not to get into the whole like politics and all that, but like you had the people who like resorted to violence. And it was almost about them because they were kind of they were getting, to be honest, they were getting off on rebellion, things like that. But then you had the people who actually cared in Benicio del Toro's character. So that when I read that, I was like, I looked back across the movie and I actually saw that message and I was like, okay, yeah, I see that actually. Now that so I brought it up from a 6.5 to a 6.8. It still didn't make it that great for me. Some cool stuff, could be persuaded to a 7, but overall, I don't really see all the hype. I think it's overrated. It's a solid movie. So that's the two movies. The TV show. You're gonna be able to talk about this, I believe.
There's a TV show. Okay. I thought you were saying there's a TV show connected to the movie. Okay, okay, I
Now,
missed
the
it there.
TV show I
Gotcha.
watched. I didn't know if I wanted to watch this show because I thought the episodes were going to be 40 minutes long. They were actually only like 30, 20-ish minutes. I finally watched Creature Commandos.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm maybe getting ahead of myself here.
so
Okay.
maybe I should do count of 3 and you give your score, ready? And we'll say it together. Yeah.
Oh boy, I have to remember. It's been like I watched it when it first came
I
out.
have to remember. I gave it a score when it finished, and now I'm trying to remember between the two. I don't remember which one I gave it. I think I know what I gave it. I think I'm gonna give it this.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. All right. All right. I think I'm good.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
8.5.
7.5.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wow. So I liked it. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything spectacular about it.
I think it was just like really solid. I liked a lot of the characters themselves, from what I remember. Um, it's really like just traumatic. It's just one of those shows that's like the whole purpose is just to like gut punch you, like every episode. It's just
Yeah.
like
Oh, I
it's
got a
like oh
question.
you
Who's
like
got the
these
worst backstory?
oh I honestly the only one I can remember at this point because again I watched it when it first came out. And that was like what like a year ago or so. I remember Frankenstein and his bride, and I remember Weasel. I would say Weasel.
Weasel's
I would say
Weasel's
Weasels.
got the worst.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Weasel's
Okay.
got the worst. It's not it. To be honest, it's not close. I would say it is a little close to Dr. Phosphorus's.
I just don't even remember. Oh wait, yes I
That
do. I do remember that.
they
Yeah.
killed his wife
Yeah.
and son
That
and
one was
had him
awful.
rub his hands in the blood on the knife. Um, but I still think Weasel's was the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. Weasels was the worst. Um, it's a little bit similar. Just I don't know. Like that whole kind of trope or whatever does kind of remind me. I agree that like they were all like really sad or whatever, but like I do think that like that was just like a whole nother step or whatever. And it's similar to
Just because it was kids, dude.
yeah. Well, it like to me,
It's
it reminds me a lot of my favorite game. It's gonna be a hot take from this year. Is Elden Ring Night Reign? It's like a spin-off thing. It's not written by the people who do Elden Ring or whatever. So it's written by like the next guy down or whatever, getting his shot at trying stuff. It's a completely different type of game, but like it's got like 8 characters that you play as, and each one has like a little story, and they're all really small and concise. You can play them in a few hours each, and most of them are just really like they're cool. They're cool little throwaway stories, and like there's some depth to them, and I like them because I like the way that the world and everything is written in general by these guys. But um, I was playing through each person's story after I beat the game with one person, and I was just kind of doing because you don't have to play through everything with everyone. You just kind of do missions with them to get their cutscenes and their stories and stuff like that. So I beat the game with one person, and I did the missions with everyone else to get their stuff. And the person I picked to do last was like just like a huge order of magnitude way more in depth and way just completely different than everyone else. Like everyone else was just kind of like in line with a lot of like kind of Elden Ringy type lore and stuff like that.
yeah.
And then it was just kind of all fantasy-ish, but like there was a lot of like dark twists and turns, but like it was all kind of like wound together. And then there's just one character who's a like literally like a doll who's now like sentient and alive, and playing through her missions and her cutscenes and her backstory and everything, you find out that like it reminded me a lot of like Bloodborne, which is my favorite or second favorite of their games, because everything else is all fantasy. Then you got Bloodborne, which is this really dark gothic like horror, type thing, and it was like that in the world of Elden Ring, because like the knight, which is what's causing all this bad stuff in Night Rain that you're trying to defeat, is like this just like the presence of evil or whatever, and just like takes over the land. I guess like it like basically turned either the people in the area or the people in this house like evil, and they just started like killing each other or whatever. So like you get from the doll's perspective, you see like the silhouette or the shadow or whatever of like a guy just like killing this little girl's family, and then she's like hiding behind like a wall, and it was just like and he finds her, and then her doll is just not alive or whatever, but because of the trauma of it, that's what awakens the doll. It was just like no one else's story was like this, and it just like that just happens to be the one I did last, and I was like, where did this come from? It was crazy. It was just a whole order of magnitude different or whatever, but it was great. So now like her whole purpose, like she's the only one who doesn't want to like escape the night. She's just, her purpose is just like, I'm here to kill this thing. I'm here to beat this thing as much as I can, or whatever. Like she just, yeah, she's just driven by revenge, I guess. I don't know, but it was dark but cool.
So Weasel reminded you of that.
Yeah, like how just drastically like dark Weasel's were.
Yeah.
Like everyone's is dark, and everyone's has like the background trauma or whatever. But like you said, Weasel's is like a step up. It's like, I feel like it's almost like a significant step worse, than everyone else's. And I'd agree with you there. But that just that reminded me. I've never gotten the chance to talk about that game, so, or well, that specific aspect of it. But yeah, it's interesting.
Horrible.
Yeah. All right. So Creature Commando. So you 7.5. Who's your favorite character?
I'm trying to think. I think it was Dr. Phosphorus.
Dr. Phosphorus is really good. Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, love Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk's fantastic. I just so Fandango at Home. I don't know if you know what that is. It used to be Vudu, like VUDU. It's like digital movies. A lot of times when you buy a movie, I don't have any that I can reach. I do actually. So I've got Superman here. I haven't even opened it yet, but it's got the digital code. It comes with a digital code, and you can just take that to Fandango at Home and type in that code and redeem it. And like now I have that for my collection or whatever, but then I don't have to go and put the disc in every time. I could just boot it up 4K, whatever, and it's great. So I use Fandango at Home a lot for my collection. As much of it I can digitally back up, I do. But they also have like sales all the time, especially on the weekends where they do like movies for like $5, and like TV shows will be like $15 or $20 or whatever. So I see a lot of like random stuff that I'm like, I'm probably not going to find this physically with the digital code, so I'll grab it here. And I think this past weekend they had Knight's Tale, so I grabbed that.
I love the Knight's Tale.
So good. That is
so good.
I think that's a top 10 movie of all time for me.
And that's what I know, Alan. Like that's Alan Tudyk for me.
Yeah.
Like when I see him, I'm like, oh, it's a Knight's Tale guy.
Yeah, it's still like I've seen a lot of stuff with him in it at this point.
Yeah. Pirate Steve.
Pirate. What's that?
Dodgeball. Have you seen Dodgeball?
I have. I've seen it once, and it was years ago.
I love that movie.
He has a pretty decent show. It's kind of really corny at first, but like eventually it becomes really endearing. Resident Alien. I think it got canceled.
I hear good things about that.
I really liked Resident Alien. Man, he was in Firefly.
Funny?
Yeah, like it takes a minute to kind of grow on you, but once it hits, it starts hitting pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, Alan Tudyk's the GOAT, man. He's so good. Yeah, and he's great at voices. He voices so many great characters.
So is Gary.
Yeah.
For's the name.
I feel like, is he not in?
I'm trying to remember if there was somebody else that I like.
G.I. Robot? No G.I. Robot?
I like G.I. Robot.
I
did like G.I. Robot. Can I kill a Nazi?
The Bride's pretty good. Is David Harbour Frankenstein in that? I think he is, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay.
And even him, so I think Frankenstein was probably the most entertaining character.
He's pretty funny.
Because like every scene he's in was like it was hilarious and you're kind of invested in a point but it's stuff that you really shouldn't be invested in. But I'm not saying he's my favorite because he was horrible, like killing everybody, but he was the most entertaining character.
I get that.
I love Weasel, but the thing is Weasel kind of sucked, to be honest. He was not good in the show. Um,
Uh,
Bride though, I really like what they did with the Bride.
yeah. Did you? Um, we could talk about this later, but did you see Peacemaker?
I didn't.
Okay, because
They're 40-minute episodes, right?
I think so. I don't remember. Probably. Well, actually, I feel like this past season was shorter. I feel like most of them were like a little over half an hour.
Okay.
But there's a there's a cameo that's not from Creature Commandos, but there is a cameo of someone in Peacemaker, and he references someone, and a lot of people think that the person that the cameo is talking about is a Creature Commandos character. But I'm not really sure. I don't really buy that, to be honest. I don't know. There's a lot of they're getting into like some weird like DC deep cuts, I guess, in that show. Um, it's all
That's
right.
weird.
I don't think it stuck the landing this season, but
What?
other than that, I really liked it. Peacemaker.
Peacemaker?
Yeah.
For
But I'll wait
for
until you
Creature
you see that to talk about it if you see
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully I'll get to watch it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean for Creature Commandos though, I don't know if so you saw I guess a while ago. So I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I don't
remember this,
remember
but
much.
dude, from the very first episode, I did not like the princess.
Oh yeah,
I
I was like,
knew,
something's wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong with this girl. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like, I don't care if that's Clayface or not. She is bad. I don't care. Like the moment she got with what's his face, the guy, the soldier guy,
a
whatever.
Rick Flag, yeah, senior.
Rick Five. Once she got with him, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's a
Yeah, yeah,
villain.
she's evil.
Like,
Yeah, it's bad
yeah,
shit. Yeah,
it's like she's a villain.
yeah.
And but I will say the bride though was the one that surprised me the most, especially in the beginning. I was like, she's gonna be like too cool for school, not gonna want to do anything. And she was really good. And another thing about her that I just want to point out and like give my flowers to is she was probably the best character, to be honest, like most developed, well-rounded character. Um, and the thing is, you were able to do that, and you were able to show that she's better than Frankenstein. You were able to show how awesome she is, without having to say like, um, some kind of derogatory comment towards men and why, yeah, like like these projects will kind of for when they have a woman character, then one really with any character, not even with women characters, to uplift one, they feel like they have to tear down the other, and with like exposition, and I don't really like that. Like I'm more like show me, and like I feel like they made it quite apparent in showing you like the Bride of Frankenstein could absolutely cook Frankenstein and basically anybody she wants. And I mean, it made me be like, I love having a character that I buy into, like how awesome they are, without it being kind of forced to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. No,
so that's
she's a
basically it
good,
for
she's an enjoyable character. Yeah,
yeah.
they made her like
Oh,
competent,
oh,
but not like overly. Yeah.
what'd you think of two things? One, what did you think about the death of the fish lady?
That was. I mean, it was sad, but I was like, I don't know,
Hello.
like for me, I
You're
don't know.
like,
Like I think the part, like my biggest gripe with the show is like we spent the whole season liking these characters, and then by the end, it's like half the team is just not on part of the team anymore. They
who
got
ended
like a
up
new.
dying besides
I
her?
don't remember if anyone else ended up dying, but like he goes in and they like GI Robot's there. He's got a new body, looks different.
Yeah,
I don't like the new body as much, to be honest.
I don't either.
Um, like, and it's just like, oh, look, here's a new band of friends. There's like one or two of them, but then there's like some new people they're gonna add. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that I had no expectations for this season, so I I fully on board with trying it out some more next time or whatever. That doesn't bother me, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So the last question I had for you is what'd you think about the way the DCU Batman look is?
I don't hold anything to that. Like, I mean, if he looks like that,
Okay.
cool. If not, whatever. Like Rick Flag looks nothing like the cartoon version of him. So
I
like,
mean,
I don't like. I understand that that's like, oh, it's the DCU Batman, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but that's nothing to do with like that
yeah,
has
they
no
don't
bearing
have
on
to
what
do
he's
it
gonna
like
look like.
that.
If anything, I'm more concerned with like they're making that Clayface movie, which I think is personally I think is weird, but I'm like,
Yeah.
let him cook, whatever. Um, but like that Clayface, like Creature Commandos
That
is
Clayface dead.
canon too. That's that Clayface because
Yeah.
those are
So
connected.
Clayface is dead.
Uh, I don't know if he's dead, but like because I think the
He
Clayface
looks
thing I think
pretty
is going to
dead.
be uh a prequel to that, like it's or like an origin story or something. I think.
It's always tough when people try and sell you on a movie when you know the character's dead and it's like a prequel, like Black Widow. You know, it was kind of like, what are we doing?
I guess that I don't know. That doesn't bother me nearly as much as uh, when you when you give me like a movie that has a sequel already like announced or coming or whatever, or a show or something, and then it's like, oh, we just killed the main character or something. I'm like Infinity War. We're like, look at all these Avengers we killed. And it's just like, pay no attention to the slate that we already announced for next year. Just don't worry about
I
that.
never, I
We
didn't think
we
about that
killed
like that.
we
I was
killed
just,
them.
well,
They're dead.
we thought they were coming back anyways.
The,
It's all right.
the stakes have never been higher, guys. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What are they
We're gonna have
gonna
to get
do?
into.
Yeah,
I
I
guess we'll have to
just
get into that in the Phase 4
I'm
talk or
yeah.
whatever phase
Well,
that
I
is.
think yeah,
6.
it's
I don't
two,
know.
it's three, I guess. Man, I was thinking about this today. I think Infinity War is, or not today. I was thinking about this earlier at work. I think Infinity War is like significantly dropping for me in position.
We can't go there. We
Yeah,
have to save
just
that.
yeah, we're gonna
We
save it. Yeah,
can't
we're gonna
go
save it.
there.
We have other movies to talk about right now, like
Yeah, you
Wicked
go
for
ahead.
Good. So yeah, like I'm a big musical fan. I say that, but like also probably a little bit of a poser because like I don't know that many, but the ones that I do know, I like a lot. I didn't. I,
Nothing. Never mind.
did you like? There was no audio there, so I don't know what you said. Um,
Community.
oh. So, um, yeah, Wicked for Good. You haven't seen it, but you said that you don't care about spoilers. So I'm gonna give my
I
review.
know.
I'm gonna give my score. I'm gonna make a brief, you know, uh, tiny review, and then I'm just gonna get into spoilers, whatever. Came out this weekend. Uh, well,
Is there like big plot twist spoilers to this?
do you know stuff that
I don't know the
happens? Do
play.
you know anything that happens in the story of Wicked? Like, do you know about
No,
any?
I
Because there
didn't.
are like
Don't
major
the
things that should be major, like story beats or whatever. And the thing, but well, the thing, okay, I gotta wait to get into it. Okay, okay, so
maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll mute you until you thumbs up or something.
I mean, do you? I thought you said that you didn't. We talked about this prior, guys. I
You
thought you
can
said you
I
didn't.
get okay. I just did. I'm just like, I mean, Dorothy's gonna throw the water on and kill her. Like, what's the spoiler here?
Okay, okay, all right. Hang on. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna get my score first. I'm going to
Okay.
give Wicked for Good a 6.5 out of 10.
Oh, what?
Um,
That bad? And
yes,
that's not bad. That's not bad. I know it's not
six,
bad, but you're
six,
just
like six is okay. So like six is okay, like it's watchable, it's bearable, or whatever. And I had to bump it up to that point five because like there's a lot of like really good. Like some of the music is really good, not nearly as much as the first one, but some of the music is really good. It's just a smaller portion. Um, and I mean the set pieces and like the design or whatever, like the cinematography and everything like like that is still like really good. So like all that, like you can't give a movie that looks this good like a six, um, unless you're
not to
someone else
not to
or you go
derail
lower.
you, but I was just talking about the cinematography, and I was thinking about some of the shots in the first Wicked, with the flying and all. You know what else that director did?
It's John. Is it John Cho?
John Chu, John Chu, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
can't
just saw it
remember.
today.
I can't
I just
remember.
saw what he made today. Now you see me too.
Oh,
With the
okay.
card, with the card, I'm
Nice.
kind of like, okay, that kind of makes sense a
Nice.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Nice. Yeah, we were talking about how much we liked that last week. Um,
Yeah. So anyway, go
yeah.
ahead.
So okay. Um, the thing is, from what I've heard, like before I get into spoilers, um, like to just give a little bit of what I can talk about before I get into spoilers, and I'll give a spoiler warning before I just really get into it. Um, like it seems like it's almost consensus, or like everyone I've heard talk about it that knows the stuff or whatever, knows the story and whatever, they say that like act 2 of the play or whatever, like the second half of the play is shorter. It's not really a half, but it's shorter, it's not as good. It just in general, like that's something that like a lot of people were hoping the movie would do better than the play. And I think I mentioned that last time, was that like I was worried because you end on Defying Gravity. Like the first one's really good, and you end on Defying Gravity, which is like the staple song for that. Like, so how do you like? I want you to at least meet that, but like it's a sequel, so you should try to at least like raise the bar a little bit. But I don't know how you do that when you finish on your strongest point.
Yeah.
But apparently that's something that the play itself struggles with. So I have a lot of issues with this movie, but apparently a lot of them I would also have with the play, because apparently
Okay.
apparently the people who don't like it's pretty split. Some people were saying this is a 10 out of 10. Some people are saying this is a 4 out of 10. Like it's all over the
I've seen
place.
disappointment across the board, but I didn't know if that was just like Twitter monkeys. I just wanted to
No, like
make sure with you.
a certain podcast that shall not be named yet was a 4 and a 7.5, I think.
One of them gave it a 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I have to? I figured I was gonna guess that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
You're taking a spot, man. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I'm bald, but I haven't like shaved in a couple days, so I didn't want like my weird, 5 o'clock shadow head showing up, So just, and plus, gotta rep the new Superman hat. But yeah, so people who wanted something more than the play, or were hoping that this would iron out the kinks from the play, it does not do that, from what I understand. I haven't seen the play, but that's what I've been hearing those people say, and I can definitely see that. Some people, like the person who gave it a 4 that I saw, thinks is worse. I don't know about that, but we'll get into that. So overall, 6.5. If you really like it, I mean, like some people, like I said, are giving it a 10. So I recommend seeing it if you like that thing. I mean, I'm still going to like get it when it comes out to complete it, because like it's a whole story. It's the whole part of it. I just wish they had done it better. And I'm gonna get into that now with spoilers about like
You
certain
think it'll still
issues
make
I
a
have.
ton of money?
Probably. Like the marketing is like still insane for this. I don't know. Like it was really cool of them to be able to pump it out, and like in one aspect that they got it out like a year from the previous one, like exactly like to the date or whatever, or a year from the previous one or whatever. On the other hand, maybe you could just cut some of the stuff out and then just put like maybe the whole thing could have been one story, because the play is one story. Like the first one is so
long too.
the first one was long, exactly, but like the first one is really strong. I'd give the first one like a 8.5, maybe 9 on a good day. Like I think it's really good. I'm not gonna. I saw
On that at a highest, probably 7.5 though.
I think it's really good, but it has issues. Probably an 8.5 at best. But I really like it. Soundtrack's really good. That's a soundtrack I can listen to like over and over again. This one, I was trying to listen to it some like at work after I had watched it or whatever, and there are other soundtracks that have come out recently, because I'm a big soundtrack guy. If it's a musical or something I like, I listen to a lot of soundtracks when I'm doing music. And I've been listening to other soundtracks like there's another soundtrack that came out this past week. I think I've listened to that 5 times for every one time I've listened to Wicked.
Jeez.
Like Wicked Part 2, I mean, like the new Wicked soundtrack I've probably listened to like 2 or 3 times. I think I've listened to that other soundtrack 10 or 15 times. It's shorter, but not by that much. It's just a lot better. So, all right, now we're going to get into spoilers real quick. You said you didn't care or whatever.
I'll be all right. I'll live.
So, spoiler warning. If you don't want spoilers for Wicked for good, just
we'll give thumbs up when we're done.
Yeah, he'll give thumbs up because I'll forget. So okay,
Probably
spoilers in
too.
3.
You guys are gonna miss the whole episode.
3, 2, 1, Spoilers. Okay.
She
So
dies.
no, she doesn't.
No.
That's yeah, but apparently I think the play leaves that ambiguous, but they don't leave it ambiguous in the movie. So they do change a little bit of stuff. There's I think at least two original songs in here that are not in the play. Both of those songs were decent, to be honest. Um, uh, um, one of them I think is actually like in the upper tier of the soundtrack. The other one is middle, top, or lower, something like that. Some of the songs, like most of the songs, just have like a better counterpart in part one. Most of the songs are similar or just like in the same tier. There's nothing in here as good as Defying Gravity. For Good is good. I don't even think For Good is the best song in this part. There's what is it? No Good Deed. No Good Deed's really good. No Good Deed, in my opinion, is probably the best song in the sequel. But like the songs are actually not my problem. Like the songs are a weakness of this movie. My problem is the fact that when you have a movie and you're telling a story, like it should be like one consistent line all the way through, right? In this movie,
Climax though.
yeah, yes, but the story, like the way it's presented to you, should be like one line straight there. Like you mentioned Dorothy, right? I knew that like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz is not the focal point. Like that, I know that that's not what this is about, but I expected there to be some presence of them. Every time like Dorothy or the Wizard of Oz stuff is happening, it's like a flyby, like it's happening in the background, which
So you
could
don't
have
even
even
see Dorothy?
you see like the back of her in a couple shots as she's walking away from the events of the Wizard of Oz. Like anytime that Dorothy
Do
is
you
there,
see the Cowardly Lion?
yes, you see the Cowardly Lion more than Dorothy. Yeah. So the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow are all important characters to Wicked. Dorothy is not. Dorothy is like it's almost like a meme joke character. She's there
Okay.
to just be like an annoying background character that's just kind of getting in the like she's just like I would say I was trying to find a piece of paper earlier or whatever because but I got this, all right. So that's my okay. So like I would say normally a story in a movie or any story would be like this line here,
Yeah.
right? So if I back up, that would be like your normal story. This movie feels like that, and then you can't even see it, but like there's like a tiny little like invisible almost invisible line connecting all those or whatever that you can't see because it's just happening in the background. And that's the door and like every time they would transition to something and like there's something that involves the Wizard of Oz's storyline and it's happening, it's just like, all right, here we come into where that stuff just happened and it's wrapping up or it just wrapped up and you see them walking away or something and it's like there goes the plot. Like now it's just like these are like background scenes to the Wizard of Oz. Like I don't know, it felt really weird to me that like, and then I really wish you had seen it because there's certain things that I would want your opinion on because holy crap, when the sister dies, like so they show up like when the house falls on her or whatever. You don't get it. You see the house falling on her, and then it like Elphaba's trying to get there. She like you don't see her get there. You just see the house falls on her. Elphaba's flying through the storm or whatever. Blah blah blah, and it just like cuts or whatever. Or the next time you see anything related to it, Dorothy's walking down the yellow brick road with Toto, and the Munchkins are leading her away, and Glinda's standing there by the house, and Elpha comes out from behind the house, and they have like a conversation. And at first, it starts out like normal, like, "Can you give me a minute to say goodbye to my sister?" or whatever. She's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure, no problem." And she walks away, and it's like a normal scene. Like 30 seconds later, they're like having a joke, pretend fight, like they're arguing over a guy, and it's like your sister is dead right there. What do you like? There's no like I don't is it yeah
I do hate that.
is really like that's probably the worst scene in the movie was how like just completely tone deaf to the
Flip flop.
situation that scene is.
Yeah.
Because like this is all happening while they're fighting over the guy, right? Because the guy like was
Yeah.
engaged to Glinda, and then he runs away with Elphaba, and then he's with her for like one day, and then Elphaba goes to try and save her sister, doesn't get there in time, and then because Elphaba's there, they use that as a trap to catch her, and then he shows back up to like give himself up to get like give her a chance to get away. So you do not know about the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow. You don't know the connection to the first Wicked or anything.
I heard he's Scarecrow.
Fiero, the like the prince dude guy,
Yeah.
is Scarecrow.
Jonathan Bailey.
Yes, Jonathan
That's what I
Bailey is
heard.
Scarecrow. Once he turns into like you don't see him turning into Scarecrow. You see him get dragged away, and then you see him get dragged away because he helped her escape, and they're beating him up, trying to get information on like where she is or whatever because he had earlier flown away with her. But it's implied that they're going to like beat him to death. So she's freaking out and she escapes. She goes to like a new hiding spot, pulls out the Grimoire, and starts reading a spell or singing a song or whatever. It's the best song in the movie. She's trying to protect him by making him so like don't let his bones break, don't let his skin tear, don't let him die, like all this stuff or whatever. But then like halfway through, she like has an existential crisis, like I don't even know what I'm doing, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like it's the best song in the movie, but it's also like she doesn't know what she's doing, and as far as she doesn't know that she's actually doing anything. She's just kind of hoping something would work, but she kind of stops halfway through and I guess forgets about it. Because then later at the very end of the movie, you finally see him again. You do not see you see like Scarecrow walking with the crew from the back a few times or whatever. Like you don't like from the time that he gets taken, you do not see like him up close at all until like the very very end of the movie.
How did he look?
He looks like Ryan Reynolds. Like everyone is saying this. If you look up a picture, you should look up a picture of Fierecrow or Jonathan Bailey Scarecrow. Where he looks like it looks like Ryan Reynolds. It's like a burlap Ryan Reynolds face. It's weird. Like I like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, okay, I can see that that's Jonathan Bailey, but like, how does his face just look? Is it just shaped perfectly? I don't know. But everyone's like, why is Ryan Reynolds in this movie all of a sudden? I don't know. The lion cub that she saves from the cage when she puts everyone to sleep with the poppies, that's the Cowardly Lion. He grows up
Okay.
because it's a little bit of somewhat of a time jump.
Does she do that in the first one?
Save the cub?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like her schoolroom. They get rid of Dillamond, the goat guy, bring in the new guy, and
Yeah.
he has like a lion cub in a cage to display or whatever and talk about it. And she accidentally uses the flowers to put everyone in the room to sleep except for her and Fiero by accident. And then so they get the cub out and take him and release him in the wild. And because of that, he blames her for being a coward because he couldn't fight his own battles or whatever. And he's like emotionally stunted. But again, this is all part of the original like play story that like, so it's not the fault of the movie. It's just, I think I just have a
Yeah.
problem with the story.
And who's the Tin Man?
The Tin Man is Bach,
Who's Bach?
Nessa's boyfriend. He's like the red-haired dude, the Munchkin. And I would say probably he's done the best of anyone.
The guy who was with Ariana.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's working for Nessa like at the beginning. She's the governor because their dad like had a heart attack or whatever, so she stepped up to do it. And
Who's Nessa?
Nessa's the sister in the wheelchair.
Who's? Okay. Yeah.
And the guy that Glinda, he's like obsessed with Glinda, but she, he's just like some nobody, so she doesn't want him.
He's a Munchkin.
Yeah, so she's like, oh no, you should be nice to this other girl and basically be her pity date forever or whatever. And so he does it for Glinda, and then like Elphaba eventually goes to see her, and he's there and or whatever, and they find out that Alphabet, like, she enchants the shoes or whatever. Apparently she, like, I didn't there's a lot of stuff that apparently is not stated in the movie that I found out from like reading people talk about it later. Like, she makes Nessa fly in because that the actress actually is in a wheelchair or whatever. It's like a part of like the casting or whatever. So but so they made her fly, like, when she enchants her or whatever. I think originally she enchants the shoes, and the shoes like let her walk in the play, something like that. But she talks about like when she went to the Oz Dust Ball or whatever ballroom with Bach, it felt like she was floating. So in this one, the shoes make her float or whatever. So he's like, okay, cool. You can move around. You don't need me anymore. I like, look, the newspaper says Fiyero and Glinda are getting married. I have to go stop this. It's like, I haven't told you this, that like my heart belongs to Glinda. I've always loved Glinda, blah blah blah. And she's like, we'll see about that. And she like grabs the Grimmery, like the sister, who's a brat, grabs the Grimmery and just starts like reading stuff that she doesn't know what it means. All of a sudden, like, Bach's heart just starts like shrinking into oblivion, and he's dying. So Elphaba kicks her out and just scrambling to do whatever she can do to try and save him or whatever. She does something, and it's almost like you just hear like the sound, like it's like kind of cutting in and out of the room with like there'll be like tin pans that are like for like serving dishes and stuff like that, like stuff that's around, just like all kind of getting smashed. He's like yelling or whatever because he's like in pain and his heart is shrinking and going away, or she's like chanting the spell, or like it's just like she saves him by turning him into the Tin Man. But it's also like that's a horrible fit. Like you can't die apparently, probably, like just you
Needs oil.
yeah, like it's not like a good thing, but she did technically save his life. So that he becomes like super spiteful. Like the by far the best written or developed of the three party members for Dorothy is him, and he's still barely in the movie, but he gets the most screen time of anyone. He actually has speaking lines as Tin Man. He has like a part, like a solo in a song about how he's gonna be heartless, killing her and stuff like that, and it's because of her that he's made a tin and stuff. So like, it's like a whole, I don't know, it's a whole thing. But like the whole, I understand that like they don't want to tell the Wizard of Oz as the story. You're telling it from Elphaba's perspective, but like whenever Wizard of Oz stuff is happening, like nothing is happening in the Wicked story. So you need to tie, like, it's like, okay, we don't want to tell that story, so like just know the plot's happening in the back, the plot's happening over there. And then the next scene, Glinda will be like, oh yeah, these people are here, they want this, that, or the other thing, or like the other witch lady is like, there's like these random group of people, they want this, that, and the other thing. What do you want to do about it? He's like, oh, I don't know, just whatever. Oh, I'll send him to go kill the witch or something. Don't worry. And it's like, could you do that? Like, we have remakes all the time. Just incorporate the important scenes that you need into that. You cast a Dorothy for a reason. Like, I don't know.
And you know what? For that, like, it's not like The Wizard of Oz was made 5 years ago. The Wizard of Oz was made, what, in the 50s, 60s?
Yeah.
It's been long enough where you can.
But
you
like,
can
I
show
understand
the
they want to
story.
keep the spirit of the play, which is like, that's not the focal point. This is the but the problem is, the focal point is like when like in your normal story, you'd be following your heroes, and then it would flash to the villains scenes to give the villain some development, right? But like the majority of, like, you'd have like 75% runtime is dedicated to like your protagonists or like stuff that revolves around them or world building or something, and then you got like 10 to 25% of screen time is developed to actually like developing the villain and bringing them along or whatever. This is like, what if you just did that 25%? The rest of the plot is happening in the background, and you're just like, you need to either fill them up with a ton of other stuff that's happening in their life, or like, because it's like, I can see the plot. It's over there. I can see it happening, and the rest of you are just standing around waiting for your cue to do the thing. And I'm like, just, I don't like it. To me, it was really frustrating, but I think it's a problem that I would have with the actual original stuff as well.
Well,
Any
that's
questions you have about that before we give the thumbs up to the screen?
um, you kind of answered. Oh, Jonathan Bailey as Batman.
Is he old enough? How old is Jonathan Bailey?
I know it's what some people that's one thing they've been asking.
I like Jonathan Bailey. I think he's by far the best part of the worst movie of the year, but
37.
he does not look 37. That's crazy.
I type in Jonathan Bailey Scarecrow, and the words that popped up next to it were Ryan Reynolds.
That's great. Did you see it? Did you see did you see the picture?
I'm not seeing the picture yet.
I'll send it to you after this. I'm gonna send it to you after this. Don't worry.
Oh, I see it.
It's like a picture of him like looking down type of thing. It's like the sun's like covering half his face or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it. Oh my god. It looks like
That's
Ryan
creepy,
Reynolds.
dude.
Yeah.
That's creepy. How did they even do the Scarecrow before?
And it's like they should have just done it like that or whatever. Honestly, like it's just like a bag with like a painted nose or whatever. Like his nose is like barely dark. And it just doesn't look right. But like, so like, even when like For Good is really good, like the song and that scene is like really good. But like meanwhile, like I don't even know if you remember Wizard of Oz. A lot of it I didn't remember. Like I keep thinking that the standoff between Dorothy and her party and the wizard is, or not the wizard, the witch is at like the wizard's place.
No,
but it's not. Yeah, okay. I keep forgetting that they go to the witch's castle and kill her. Yeah. Well, I knew they did that, but I thought for some reason the final standoff was at the wizard's place. But no, you're right. It's at the witch's castle. So they go there. At first, she catches Dorothy, and then puts her in the cellar, and then the other guys have to come and save her or whatever, right? So she puts her in the cellar, and then like immediately after Glinda shows up, they have their big heart to heart or whatever. Elphaba gets a note that apparently people without media literacy didn't realize what it was. Like it's like part of his uniform. Like
Jonathan Bailey's.
Yeah, like one of the monkeys brings it in and gives it to her, and I guess it's like I don't know, maybe I missed the subtext of what it was supposed to trick people into thinking, and I just was like, oh, it's clearly this, but the I guess it was meant to look to Glinda like she got like the tattered piece of his clothing and was like, oh, he's dead. Because she's like, we're never gonna see his face again or whatever, and it was like, oh, that's they're all sad about that, blah blah blah. And then they have their heart to heart, whatever. But I thought it was pretty clear. It's a note written from him explaining the situation and telling her where to hide, because he told her earlier that because it's his castle, it's his family's like extra castle, like this that she's staying in basically. Because his family, he's like a prince, and they have like multiple castles or whatever. And this is like a dark one that they don't really ever go to or whatever. It's like a summer castle or something. It has all these secret hidden places and tunnels and stuff. So he tells I guess he tells her via this note where to hide. So then she puts Glinda in like a closet, and like that scene's fantastic where they're saying their goodbyes or whatever. She's like, no matter what happens, don't come out or whatever. And they have like a really touching, it's a really good cinematography, really good shot, one of the best shots in the movie. And then you see her peeking through like the panels of the door or whatever, and like basically the climax of Wizard of Oz is told through like the shadows on the wall, because you see like the conflict and them fighting, and then she runs away and she's like at a spot, and you see Dorothy grab the water bucket, like kind of you see like her shoulder, and you see like her run past real quick, and you see the silhouettes on the wall of the shadows, and she sprays her, and then you see like the smoke and everything, and I'm melting, all that. But it was just a magic trick. Like she went into like a secret compartment, and then like the rest of it, plays out. Glinda basically. Oh, I gotta say this. Like, there is one thing. Like, there's a reason that there's another reason I give it a 6.5 instead of a 6, and that's because like Glinda is actually really good in this movie, in my opinion. I think she's really strong. I think the first one, Glinda is kind of a terrible character. Even when she becomes better, she's not super well written. I mean, or like she's the supporting character, and it's about Elphaba. I'm pretty sure this whole thing is supposed to be about Elphaba. But if you do look at this movie from the perspective of like part one is about Elphaba, part two is about Glinda, it is significantly better. Still not great, but because this movie does focus a lot on Glinda, and with that perspective, I do think it changes a bit. Because Glinda, like this whole movie, is just getting better and better and better. Like Glinda rocks this movie. She's the star of this movie, in my opinion. Um, and so like yeah, there's that. Like if she's the main character, which I could see, then that bumps it up for me a little bit. Um, excuse me. But yeah, like I don't know. After everything happens, like the whole climax of the Wizard of Oz story or whatever, they do. There's so many like annoying to me plot holes with the Wizard of Oz story. Like how does Dorothy get home? Because Glinda doesn't have magic. But then she kind of does, but that's like after the events of it. Like I, without like really going into like every little detail, like it's hard to explain because you see like she tells the wizard to leave. You see the wizard leave. He doesn't take Dorothy because she's like, wait for me, wait, whatever. So I'm like, how does she get home? We doesn't matter. Like the plot of this movie is Glinda's stepping up and Dorothy doesn't matter. like Dorothy just does not matter at all. It's like a passive aggressive thing, which I think I agree is kind of funny. Is the point is like it's like it's kind of probably supposed to be the joke of it, but like it's like excessively to the point where it's like just you're not supposed to care about that. Like you're supposed to like care about not caring about this chick. You're supposed to like they really hammer the fact that this girl does not matter. Like she's just like a flea to this story, like an annoying, like background.
It's
character.
Kind of funny though.
It is. It is from that aspect. Makeup on the Tin Man was really good. I think that's about it. But yeah. So all right, we'll wrap it up there with the Wicked.
So
Anything
question for you then: rank. I'm gonna give you 4. All right, Wizard of Oz, the 1960s, whatever it is.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Oz the Great and Powerful. Wicked and Wicked for Good. Rank them.
I will say after we watched Wicked Part 1 the first time, I was like, man, I'm in a Wizard of Oz mood. So I went home and I found Oz the Great and Powerful on Disney Plus or something like that, and I was like, I want to watch this again. I haven't watched this since I was a kid, and I got it. The movie is not good. Like, I don't know if you've watched it recently. That movie is really not good. So,
I like it.
Have you watched it recently? I thought I liked it too.
Within the last, I don't know if I've watched it within the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's not like I would say it's.
I know people crap on it, but like, I remember really liking it. So what would you? How would you rank those?
Okay, so obviously Wicked, like part 1, is the top. Really good, in my opinion. It's got its flaws, but like I mean, it's no Hamilton, but it's really good. I'm gonna get you to watch Hamilton one day. Don't worry. Let's see. Like the other ones, just kind of bat for it because I think that as a story, I think it flows better than For Good. But I think that like For Good is a better like looking, sounding. It's a better like directed, like whatever. Like it. I think that they're about even because they do very different things. The question is, do I put Wizard of Oz because I think I like all 3 of them better than Wizard of Oz. But like Wizard of Oz still has that like like importance to cinema or whatever. Like it still has, and I mean, and I like Wizard of Oz fine. This makes me like it significantly more. Just because the lore of Wicked of Oz never did anything for me, but with these movies it does. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like these movies are like, oh, this is it much
provides
cooler
more depth to the 3
take.
characters that we had no info on.
It provides more depth on everybody.
I
except
don't like how
Dorothy.
they did the wizard. I
Well,
don't
the
like what they
wizard.
do to the
Well,
wizard.
oh my gosh. Okay, did we do this? Did we do the thumbs up yet? I don't know if we did
No,
the.
we
Okay,
didn't.
okay. Because I do have to say one other thing. I don't know if you know this. Well, no, you have to know this. Do you know the wizard is her dad, right?
No,
Okay. Because
that's
it's
Elphabas.
yes, like
It makes sense.
in the first song, she sings about Glinda is telling the people about like how she had a childhood, she had a mother, but things weren't always that great. And it's like a flashback to her parents or whatever.
Yeah.
And her dad's like off to the assembly or whatever. He's the governor, so he's busy, so he goes off to do something overnight. And she's like, "Yeah, get out of here." And then she goes to the back door and lets in like a shadowy man who's like all smooth talking or whatever.
It gives her
And
a potion.
he's giving her this green potion or whatever. That's Jeff Goldblum, and they actually show that scene from his perspective in here, or like you actually see it like lightened up in this one. CGI is terrible on that. Young Jeff Goldblum. There's another CGI thing that's really bad, or like scary. I don't remember what it is.
Lion.
No, the lion's fine. He just looks like a lion because he's not like a he's a lion. Like it,
That's stupid.
I'm fine with that because all the animals can talk and stuff. Well, until they can't, but like all the animals, like innately have the ability to talk, I guess. So like that, like I don't mind the lion being a lion. I think the only reason that in the Wizard of Oz he's not is because that would be impossible. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure in the story, like the original books, or whatever, I think he's just a lion. Like
I don't know.
that can
Okay.
talk probably,
Alright.
but I think he is a lion, like a quadrupedal lion. But man, there was so many things, like the way they handled all three of those party members, as well as the wizard and like the backstory between him and El. There was so many things that had so much potential for how you could do that. And again, all this comes back to like my problem is probably with the original source material or whatever, because it like all of the like Glinda, I keep calling her Glinda like does the reveal to him at the like he couldn't figure it out. There's one green person in this whole world. What were you feeding this chick? I assumed that he was doing this with a lot of women in the first movie, and he was trying to get because he talks. There's like a recurring theme in all of his songs and all of his like speeches or whatever about how he always wished he had a family or whatever. Like that's a big deal to him. They didn't really sell it very well in my opinion in these movies, except for like they dropped hints to it. But like when he finds out after she's supposedly dead, oh that was your daughter. That's when he's like, what have I done? And she's like, yeah, you need to leave. And he's like, oh okay, I'm a bad man I guess. And I'm like that should
weird.
like either make him the conniving person who like realized that ever since he saw her, he's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for the right time to tell you, but you're my daughter. Then like, that's like a huge thing, or like I don't like I do not think it's handled well at all in the story. I assume because it's not handled well in the movie. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, but yeah, I don't mind. Other than that, I love Jeff Goldblum. I think that he fits that character well. I don't know. I don't know.
Is the source material to make the wizard kind of a bad guy?
Well, he's always been a con man, even in the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but
he's not like
was,
mean or bad.
He always was kind of for a greater good.
Well, I see. I don't know. I assume so. Yes, but even like when you look at Oz the Great and Powerful, he's not a good dude. He's a bad dude who learns to be good by the end of it. Right?
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I'm on board with you. Because I mean, yeah, I love redemption stories. Whatever. Like so I like that. But I don't know what he is in these. He's just like bad, but not the worst, but not super bad, but also pretty bad.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, it's just
nothing.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know.
So your rankings? What would you give it?
I'll do Wicked.
Rank 'em?
I'll do Wicked. I'll do Wicked for good.
Wow.
I'll I'll do Wizard of Oz and Oz the Great and Powerful.
Wow.
And to be clear, I like all four of them. I was gonna put, I was gonna drop For Good, maybe all the way to the bottom, but then as I was like when I got there, I was like, okay, actually, Ariana carries this movie very hard. Like Glinda's arc is actually good. Like her story, everything. Like if you think of it from the perspective of she's the main character, and like her songs or whatever, like there's two. From what I know, I haven't looked at this for sure, but I think there's two original songs in this. One is for her and one is for Elphaba. And for some reason, I really like hers. Her original song is really good. I think she kind of carries this movie, to be honest.
Well, I haven't seen For Good, but I mean that's kind of cool that she's like a good actress now. I mean, that's pretty dope. I'd probably go. I guess I need just because I need to rewatch Oz the Great and Powerful to confirm. I'll go Wizard of Oz, Oz the Great and Powerful, Wicked, and I hadn't seen Wicked For Good. And
Wicked's
I
at the
don't think Wicked.
bottom. Oh my
I
gosh.
I just Wicked was not for me. It
Okay,
just wasn't for
that's
me.
fair. That's fair.
There was no part of it that I was like, oh yeah. I would. You know what the best part about it was? The storyline of the animals. Like that part was to me was like, okay, I'm in on this. Like with how they're rounding them up that talk to, silence them or whatever. I'm like, this is
I think
cool.
that's the weakest part of the story for me. I feel like that makes me a bad person, and like I care about the animals, but I'm like
I didn't care
I'm
about any of
I
the
keep
people
forgetting
in the first
that's
movie.
like the whole driving political mechanism. I keep thinking it's about like elf, like I don't know, like that's the drive of it, and I keep forgetting about like that's like the whole point is the mistreatment of animals. And they are very mistreated, and I think that is horrible. But like
But you
I
don't
I
care.
keep forgetting I keep forgetting about that subplot a little bit because there's
Yeah.
kind of other stuff happening. There's like it's like a literal witch hunt. There's like there's
Let's see if she's
politics.
there.
There I don't know, like so the animal stuff. But I agree, the animal stuff is terrible. But I keep forgetting that it's happening or whatever. I'm
That
curious how
was
the
the only
play
stuff
does
that I
that.
was like, oh, this feels like. See, that was the only time I felt like, oh, there's actually stuff at stake. There's serious stuff going on.
I also think it would have. I think I would have been more invested if any of the characters that matter were animals. Like
Yeah.
all of the main characters in both movies. Like the closest thing we have is in the first movie we have Dillamond, who's barely in it. And then in the second movie you have the lion, who's also barely. I think he has 3 lines in the whole movie,
Jeez.
and he's voiced by
That's
like
awful.
some big upcoming actor too. I forget who voices him.
Gaten Mazzarato.
That'd be awesome. Have you heard him sing?
Huh?
Have you heard Gaten sing?
No.
Coleman Domingo. Where do I know him from?
Oh, Coleman Domingo. Wait, that's a guy. That's not an up and coming kid.
No, I didn't mean like a kid, but like has he been in like a lot of stuff? Or I feel like he's getting a lot of like he's getting a lot of big roles
He's a
now.
very
Is what I
popular
meant.
voice actor, I thought.
Oh, he could be.
He's the Running Man. He's in the Running Man. Uh, I know who you're talking about though. He's a good actor.
Yeah, yeah. There's something like yeah. I recognize a lot of this stuff. There's something specific.
I
Oh,
don't
he
think
was
you've seen.
Norman Osborn
Oh,
in
he
Freeman
played.
Woods.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, this guy's good. He's not an up and coming. You're right. But like, where do I know him from? He reminds me, man.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah. He's.
42. Lincoln.
I feel like there's something I've seen in
I
him
don't
when he
know.
was younger or whatever.
I don't know.
But
But I'll
um,
put the thumbs up.
okay. So spoilers are done. Done talking about Wicked. Um, uh, I did finish the rewatch of Stranger Things season 3.
Hmm.
So just to briefly touch on that. Still my favorite season. Season is so good. Um,
Rank the season so far.
Well, we're in 4 right now, and I have a feeling that my ranking of them is going to change after I finish 4.
So
Um,
just so far,
it's like up to 3, or do you want me to tell you where I think
up to
4 is going
three,
to
up to three.
go? Up to 3, it's 3, 2, 1. Because I still like
Okay,
2 better
still
than 1. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
two still better.
yeah, yeah. I think 1 is the weakest
Wow.
season. And
Wow.
that's a hot take, whatever. And like
That so
it's
does
better than
does
I
my
like. I like it now. I do like it now, but I think 2 is a little bit better. I think 3 is just more of what I want. Um,
so for season 3, what do you give it out of 10?
man, at least an 8.5.
And I guess you give season 2 like an 8 or a 7.5.
Probably, yeah, probably like an 8. And season 1 like might also be an 8, but it might just be like that one step down.
Seven
Probably.
nine, you know.
Yeah, like they're both. Yeah, I just do 0.5s and rounded zeros. So but I would say
Yeah, I know. I'm just
like in
trying
a
to
tier
keep
list,
it
it would be
different.
like next to it. And the higher one up would be 2, I guess.
Yeah,
I do think
interesting.
because I've always been high on 2. Now I've come a little bit down on 2, and I've come a little bit up on 1 because on the rewatches or whatever. Because I used to really not like 1. And I used to really like 2. 2 has gone down. 1 has come up. I think 4 is actually really good for the most part. I think that there's some problems with it. I don't think it's as good as 3, but the things that are good in 4, like the only reason that the highs wouldn't be the highest in the season is or the series is because the highs in 3 are so high. I think 3 has the
Yeah.
highest highs, but like right on its heels, I think is 4. Like
I think the Vecna stuff is the highest highs though.
yeah, like I could definitely get. I think that's what I'm talking about. The Vecna stuff and the Eddie stuff. Like Eddie is so like I thought about that. Like I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, like he's not in my top 3 like overall characters. I don't no he's not. But of the teenagers, whatever. By season 4, there's I guess 5. There's
Are
Jonathan.
we including? Okay, so we're including the
Like
young
I'm
adult.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like the teenagers, not the party kids, and not the adults.
Okay,
So you got Jonathan, Nancy, Steve as the original 3, and then in season um, 2 you
3.
add
There's Maya Hawk.
yeah. There's Maya Hawk. You also I would include Billy in there. So you got Maya
Forgot
Hawk
about
and
Billy.
Billy, like Robin and Billy, and then and then Eddie. I think that's the only one they add in
I think
for.
Eddie's 2 in that list.
Yeah, Eddie's the second best. Like
Yeah.
Eddie surpasses like Nancy, Jonathan, Billy, and Robin. Now Robin's probably number 3. Like Robin's awesome. Like
Robin's pretty good.
Jonathan and Nancy are just so hit and miss. And Billy is like awful, but he's like the good kind. He's a good antagonist.
Yeah.
I get like, and then oh, man, it's like I said, I love a redemption arc. So like, it's not really an arc, but like Billy breaking through at the end of season 3 and being able to like, spoiler alert, sacrifice himself, um, to save Elle,
Yeah.
which is like, man, yeah, like Billy, like he's always got like a little bit of a soft spot for me for that alone. So, for that, I think by the end of this, it's going to be 3, 4, 2, 1. I love them all. I love them all aesthetic. Um, I I'll admit like the Russian thing. I don't like the Russians as the big bad guys as much as I like. It's just, I
Papa.
don't. Yeah, yeah. Papa's the best. Like the season 1, like like because you got the supernatural bad guys, but then you got like the human bad guys.
Yeah.
The season 1 bad guys are the best. In the whole series, they just they don't matter that much. I guess out after that season, they matter in season 1, and then season 2, they're not as bad
And
of
they come back in
guys.
season 4.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I've forgotten a lot because it's been what 4 years or so since that came out, so I'm
Jeez.
rewatching it now. It's got to be something like that. I think season 5 comes out Wednesday, so I'll watch
Yeah,
it
I'm
this week.
excited.
I'll
I'll
watch it this
probably
weekend.
watch it next week. Um,
Yeah. Well, I think it
I think
starts
the first 4 seasons come out then. That 4 episodes.
episodes. Yeah, I think it's like basically the first half, and then the second half comes out Christmas, and then there's like the finale that comes out like New Year's, I think.
Oh wow, really? They're doing that?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be
Hmm.
big. I've heard a few
Yeah.
content creators already talk like they got to go to the premiere and stuff, and they talked about they've seen the first episode and the first 5 minutes of episode 2, and it starts off like all gas. You know, it's just going. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, but I gotta finish. I gotta finish season 4 first. I think it's going pretty good though. I like season 4 a lot.
Well, I'm not mad at your takes on that. I probably need to rewatch before I really affirm my season 2 uh,
Supremacy.
superiority, but I understand your views on that. So I'm not going to disagree there. But that's excited for season 5 to come out. I'll say that. And I don't know if I should rewatch them all. I don't think I have time to rewatch them all. So, but it's going to be. I'm interested to see.
Yeah. Speaking of disagreements, though, did you say you wanted to rank the Phase 2 movies before we end this? Or did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I don't think I have anything else to touch on, really.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was one other thing, but I don't remember what it is now. Oh, you going to, like I said, like I think you said you're going back home for the holidays.
Yeah.
I'm not. And I get a little bit of an extended weekend at least from my work. I don't get like a full week off, but I get most of the weekend and like an extra day. So I think we're gonna just kind of chill this weekend. I want to go see at least 1 or 2 movies. I'm looking forward to Zootopia. I've heard that is really good.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Probably from the same people you did.
Yeah, the first Zootopia movie was my first movie date with my wife. So that
I didn't know that.
yeah, that was like a big one for us. I'm looking forward to that. I would like to see Running Man.
Yeah, I'm hearing not fantastic things about it.
Yeah, it looked okay. Oh, okay. I want to ask you about a movie that's upcoming that I think looks really good. I'm curious what you think. But what was the other one? There was another, Predator looks good, or like people are saying it's really good. I'm not a big Predator fan, but I thought I might give it a try if I had time.
Predator. I want to watch it.
Yeah. But okay, so have you heard of Hail Mary? It's a new Ryan Gosling movie.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, does that look good to you? That movie looks really good to me. Oh man, that movie looks really good to me. The first trailer I thought looked really good. I just saw the second one for the first time when we went to go see Wicked, and I'm about the same level. I just don't think the trailer's as good. But like
I don't care.
I'm
for
like
it,
that looks really good to me. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I like Ryan Gosling. He was Fall Guy. That was a good movie. Did you see Fall Guy?
I did, and I took it on your recommendation. I was kind of like, this was okay.
It's pretty good.
Have you seen The Nice Guys?
Not yet. I have it, I think. Pretty sure that's one of those movies that I've got on Fandango for cheap that I never watched.
That's a good movie.
Because I get these and I'm like, oh, I want to see this movie, and I'll get it, and then I just haven't watched it.
Him and Russell Crowe is so good. I wish they would make a second one, but I know they probably won't.
Gotcha. Okay. So, anything else before we wrap up? And I guess we'll wrap up with a ranking.
I don't think so. I think that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So you said you wanted to rank the films in the MCU Phase 2. Since
we did Phase 1. If you missed that, go back to the last
episode.
Last episode. We did Phase 1. We ranked them. So it's objective. It's the only right list in the world.
Well, I did say we might change it, but because I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Could be over Avengers.
No, because Avengers might be over Iron Man. I gave you the benefit of the doubt with Iron Man. I think.
All right. Phase 2. I think this is going to be some very interesting takes here.
Do you have them listed anywhere, or do you want me to read? I'm going to read them out to you.
I have them right now on Wikipedia. Okay. I'm looking at them. So right now we have Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. So let's start at the bottom.
I'm gonna start at the bottom. Okay.
I don't know if we're going to agree on the bottom. Um, I think it's overhated, but I still think it's at the bottom of this list. The Dark World.
I
I think Thor: The Dark
I think this
World.
is a very I think this is a very stacked phase, to be honest with you.
I like this.
I think that
This is a
this is a
good
very
phase.
strong phase. I think
You know what this phase is? This
personally,
phase is. You know what
you're
this phase is? This phase is good. Actually, you know what? This phase is really good.
this phase is really good. You have like
It,
you have a f- you don't have a sing. Okay, okay.
Thor:
See,
Dark World is still not a
I
good
I
movie.
think I would put Iron Man 3 below it.
You're wrong. That's not even in the
I think that's the
contention.
only one
That
I'd
wasn't
put
even in
below it.
contention. That is not the one. The only one I was considering was Ant-Man.
No.
I'm not putting. I'm not putting Iron Man 3. That's my dog right there. Iron Man 3 is the one I stand
Look at what
on
we've
a
got. Where
box
like
for.
where else could it go?
We're
It's either
starting at the.
it's either the
All right.
bottom or the next one up. Like
No,
yes.
I'm not letting it
All right,
go.
all right, all right.
I'm
I'll,
not.
I'll tell you if we're putting Thor: The Dark World at the bottom, that's fine. Iron Man 3 is going next.
How is Iron Man 3 worse than Ant-Man?
Iron Man 3 is worse than Ant-Man. Ant-Man
No.
Ant-Man is like a good film by
Ant-Man
itself.
is a fun time. It's funny,
Yeah.
but there's no substance to it. The villain is awful.
Yeah,
Iron Man
yes.
3, the dude is
No.
going through
No.
it. And you have to, everybody says, what is Tony like without his suits? And you see it in that movie.
Um but I think Ant-Man has a better it has a better flow. It has a better villain.
I just,
Um
I think,
it's
I
written
think if
better. Like
people, I think
Tony
if
Tony
comics didn't
carries
exist,
like if you
I
like
think if
I understand
comics
you
didn't
can't take Iron
exist,
Man out of Iron Man 3, but like Tony hard carries that movie. Tony in that movie is
oh,
great,
he's
but
so
everything else,
awesome.
everything besides Tony is bad.
The Iron Man suits come into the friggin' water,
Yeah, I
the
just
oil
watched
station,
it
not oil
like
station.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
It's so good.
like and it went down in my opinion because I used to be like a hardcore defender. I'm still a defender,
Oh my
but
gosh.
like
It's I watched it like a year or two ago and I still love it.
it's not great. It is not
If the comics didn't
like
exist,
Ant.
this would be
We're
a heralded movie in the MCU because people hate it
no.
because they say, "Oh, that's not the Mandarin. What are they
Okay,
doing to the
like
Mandarin?"
you're not like I'm not crapping on Iron Man 3 because I do like Iron Man 3, but Iron Man 3 is in the bottom half of the MCU. Ant Man 1
I disagree.
breaks the top half at least.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this one more time.
Ant Man's gonna be next. Like
I didn't have Iron Man 3 go. I had Iron Man 3 at 3.
no, the top three is gonna be
No, I
number
had Iron Man 3 at 3.
number four. I hope we can agree on, but I think we're gonna be. I think we're gonna have some
We kind
contention.
of had wait, we had this discussion before where you said, "Well, you have it so and so, I have it so and so, so let's move it to here."
Hey,
I have Iron Man
I gave
3
you
at
Iron Man
3.
1 at number 1 last week over Avengers. Calm
You haven't
yourself. That's
listen.
the only reason I
Yeah,
did
but
it.
because you had it at 3.
I think I had it
Um,
at 2.
all right,
I think I
I'm
had it.
reluctantly
We're
I'll
putting Iron Man 3 at 5, yes.
I can't believe this.
And then we'll put Ant-Man at 4.
That hurts me to hurts my ears to hear that. Okay.
Dang.
Iron Man at 4. Um, oh wait, no. Yeah. At the bottom is Thor: Dark World,
Iron Man 3.
reluctantly Iron Man
Iron Man
3,
3, yeah.
Ant-Man. All
I think the next three are going to be kind of boring and obvious, though, to be honest.
right. So the next one is going to be Age of Ultron.
Yeah, yeah.
Any debate?
Nope.
No.
No, I think we
All
agree.
right. Age of Ultron, and
That's
then
number
this is where it
3.
really gets
No,
tough.
it doesn't. It does not get tough here. It does not get tough here. There's like a solid there's like if this was a tier list, there would be 2 tiers between there'd be 2 empty tiers between the number 1 and the number 2 here.
I got something for you. I got something for you.
No.
I got
There's
something for you.
there's nothing. This is the most over
This
this
is
is
the best
good.
Guardians movie. This is the best Guardians
No,
movie.
it's not. No.
This is the best Guardians movie.
This is the worst
I
Guardians.
got something
movie.
else for you. I got something else for you. This might be the worst Cap movie. Besides the Falcon one.
There's no way you think that.
I'd have to rewatch it.
All 3 Cat movies are great. This
Let's be
this
honest.
is the
Civil War
best.
cheating.
This is the best like movie, like the best like overall. Not like it's not like the best like overall hero. Like this is the best movie in the MCU.
I think so.
It's not my favorite. It doesn't have as much like fun stuff that I'm into. Like this is like you can put this movie on for any fan of any types of movies or whatever. If they don't like superhero movies, like they're still gonna be like,
If they like spy
this
espionage, they'll like it.
yeah, but this stands up with like the best spy espionage movies.
It's basically Mission Impossible, but Captain America, and I love it. It's great. I love it.
Probably
But the
the
thing
best. Probably the best film, the most consistently good film franchise of all time. Probably, yeah. action film franchise.
I think the only reason for the thing
Oh no, definitely the best action film franchise of all time. It's got no competition.
I was about to say the only reason why I would do it is because the villain in Guardians sucks. But Bucky's great in Winter Soldier, but like
Have you watched Winter Soldier recently? I don't know where this is coming from. Like I understand,
Yeah.
you're one of the millions of people who glaze the crap out of Guardians 1. I get it. Guardians 1 is good. It's great, sure. But like this Winter Soldier we're talking about here. Like I'm a contrarian as much as the next guy or whatever, but like this movie is basically flawless. Like there's nothing I can nitpick about this movie. Like my steak's too juicy, man. My steak's too juicy. Like I don't like Guardians has flaws. We talked about this
here's
I
the
think
thing,
last
I'm
week
not
or the week before with Fantastic Four. Like
hey.
I think Fantastic Four, like the only movie that is in the ballpark of being as consistently good and fluid the entire it flows as well as this movie. The second next in the running is Fantastic Four, which is the most recent one. So they haven't been able to do that again ever.
Listen. We can like I said, we can show our appreciation for one movie without tearing down another. Okay, and
Well, yeah, you can.
I'm willing to go with you. I'm willing to go with you because what's his name? Who's the villain in Guardians 1? I can't remember his name. That's how bad
It starts
it
with
is.
a R.
Ronan, the
Yeah,
accuser.
Ronan. Yeah.
He's so bad that that's gonna stop it for me. But I think I like everything else. I don't know. That's tough because I do like Winter Soldier. This isn't me talking bad about Winter Soldier. It's just also like
I can
Guardians is a top 5 MCU movie.
No,
Guardians
not
1
at
is
all.
a top 5 MCU. Yeah, it
Not
is.
at all.
I think I don't.
Dude, like a hot take time. Every Guardians movie is a step up from the previous one.
That's a reverse it.
No, you think 3 is
1,
worse
2,
than
3.
2? That is
Yes.
insane.
I need to rewatch 2 to confirm, but like
I think each Guardians movie gets
don't
better.
Get the love for 3. I don't get
It's
the love
so
for 3.
much. It's so much better. It has
It's not.
it has so much more
really not.
heart. It's got such a better story. It flows so much better.
It does not have heart.
It
It
what?
has a trauma story about Rocket. And you know what? I cried. That is true. To me, that's not heart. To me, heart is Groot surrounding everybody with his tree and saying, I am Groot. And by the way, this is the beginning of the MCU. We don't know if people can't die in these movies. So when that happens, you're like, oh my gosh, Groot's dead. Groot has just killed himself to save these people who he just met. They're ragtag people. They just came together and he sacrificed himself for them. Like, that's pretty peak. That is like emotional bond.
I reject that. No.
That's
No. Like if you compare the best Groot, would you say that's the best Groot scene in the movie of number 4? Or number 1 in Guardians 1? Like that's Groot's big scene, is him essentially sacrificing himself.
His sad scene, yeah.
So you have that, and you compare that to "I Love You Guys," which is the culmination of everything up to that point. Just that scene. Who says that? When we understand Groot at the end of 3, and instead of saying "I love" or "I am Groot," he says "I love you guys," and we understand him. Like that's better.
Here's the thing:
that's more hard.
No, here's the thing about Guardians 3 that makes me mad is it's almost like Stranger Things season 4, where they spent the entire time making this movie, and this is the little tease James Gunn is though. Like, somebody's gonna die. Guess what? Somebody's gonna die. Maybe all of them, maybe somebody's gonna die. And we're all like, no, don't kill Steve. No, don't kill Drax. Like we're saying like, oh, who's gonna die? Who's gonna die? And he teases you the whole movie. There's like a scene Drax gets shot in the prison, and you're like, oh, is that it for Drax? And then they get out of it. Rocket almost dies. Peter almost dies with the bogus Adam Warlock saving him. Like that's a horrible scene. That is a horrible scene. And that's like their big.
Yeah, I would say the worst thing in all 3 movies.
Drax, and is it Gamora? The worst scene in my opinion is when they are trapped in that area with those monsters, surround them. I think it's the same monsters from the battery scene in the beginning of 2. And they end up riding them and breaking out.
Okay. That's not the worst.
They don't show that. They don't show what happens. They're just about to attack them, and then you're like, "Oh, well, Mantis calmed them." I'm like, "How the frick is she supposed to touch them and calm?" Like that's stupid. This is what annoys me about writers sometimes is they put themselves in corners where I'm like, "Oh snap! How are they gonna get out of this?" And then the next scene they're out of it, so they don't have to write themselves they write themselves out of it, so they don't have to explain how they get out of things. And that to me is laziness.
I think that's what that movie was. Like you do it.
That movie was cheap tricks to get an emotional response to boost it. That's what it was. I still give it a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. But to me, I felt like a person who I felt like I got tricked when I went to go see the movie. I was like, I know what you're doing. I know, like almost like someone who's manipulating you. You're like, I know what you're doing right now. And that's the way I felt watching that movie. Like, I had a good time a little bit, but, like, I don't like that you weren't trying to tell a story. You were just trying to manipulate me.
Well, so I respect your opinion. I disagree with your overall opinion. I agree with some of your takes. Like, I think that, like, Guardians 3 has some major flaws even. Like, you said Guardians 1 is, like, a top 5 MCU movie. I think Guardians 3... At least
top 10.
I think Guardians 3 is the best of them, and I think that might be a top 10. Like, I don't think Guardians 1 is coming close to top 10. I think... I'm pretty sure I know this, but, like, we're both Eternals defenders. I would say Eternals is like a solid step better than Guardians 1.
I feel the same way about Guardians 3.
That it's a step better. You think Eternals is better than Guardians 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. See, like, but I can understand that. Uh, I would put Eternals around, like, around Guardians 2, because I said that, like, they're kind of like, and I'd put it probably like one step, like one or two slots below Guardians 2. Like, I think like the stuff with Yondu in Guardians 2 is so strong. The stuff with Peter and Rocket in Guardians 3 is so good. Like there's definite problems with Guardians 3. I feel like a lot of James Gunn set pieces I just don't like. Like the vibe of his movies really pulls me out of it. Like, but like there's nothing like all of his movies have like this vibe and the set pieces that just really they don't do anything for me. They're off-putting for me. They don't like they pull me out of it where I don't know, like I don't like the setup he's got going on. And that's consistent. But so in his movies when he does something that like overrides that for me to where like I'm invested in what's going on more than I care about like how much I don't like the vibe and the set pieces. Like in Guardians 1, the only thing I can think of in that whole movie, and it's just it doesn't come anywhere close to the other two stuff, is like where they're all standing together. It's good. Where they're all standing together, like all chaining the power of the stone or whatever. That's good. That, in my opinion, for me, that's the best scene in the movie. Like that's like the heart scene of the movie. The Groot thing is also a good example. To me, I think it's just a little bit more. I lean towards the other one, but I think they're both like 1A, 1B, whatever. They're both really good. I forgot about the Groot scene to be honest. But I think it's a good point. With Guardians 2, like with Guardians 1, like the prison scene, like there's aspects of that. There's aspects of the prison scene, like when they're getting booked, I guess, or whatever. That vibe or whatever, that works for me for some reason. But like when they're just in the prison milling around doing their heist thing, I don't really care. When they're just doing their like that whole thing, nowhere is like the most like I don't know. I have the same problem in Infinity War. Like whenever they go to nowhere, I'm like, what's going on in the story?
What is a random planet?
Yeah, I don't like the vibe, the setting, like the whole, like I don't know. There's something that's gonna become. I think it's gonna be a recurring theme with me, with when I play games and I watch movies and TV shows or whatever. There's a vibe that I can only like express as like it's a vibe that I think has to do with like the set pieces that they use or whatever, the way that scenes are orchestrated or whatever. Like I usually hate desert stuff or whatever, but Dune, like for instance, I love the Dune movies. They feel very different, like set piece wise. I don't know how they do it, but like most like desert games and movies and stuff like that, just I don't know. Like I just lose interest or like I don't know how to describe it. It's a vibe thing, but Dune gets me. Like, but Ego's planet when they're in like the palace and stuff like that with them in number 2, I like that a good bit. When they're out on the planet, it just doesn't do much for me. When in Guardians 3, like the big like white place where they go with Nathan Fillion or whatever, like with the weird armor guys or whatever, like I hate that. Like I'm like, this is the ugliest looking set piece I've ever seen.
It was funny. It was just weird.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like the vibe of this scene. I don't know. It just, but the stuff that pulls me through and carries me is because I'm really invested. Like in number 2, I'm really invested in Peter and what's going on with him and what's going on with everyone. The only thing that kind of pulls down the vibe, I really don't like Mantis in number 2, but I like her later. Like when we start off with her in 3 in the holiday thing or whatever, I'm on board with her. I like her character by then. Like by the end of the movie, I like her. But when she's like kind of half team Ego, kind of half team them, halfway through number 2, I don't like her. When she's doing all this stuff with Drax and stuff like that, I don't care about that stuff. But like consistently in all of the movies, I think Rocket is very strong in all 3 movies, and say Chris and Pratt. What is his name? Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Peter Quill.
Peter, yeah. Peter. There's a lot of Peters. Peter is very strong in all 3, and like in the first one, they're all coming together. You got Rocket and you got Groot together. Groot's like the sidekick to me. Rocket's like the main character of that group. Like Rocket is kind of propelling the story a little bit. Peter is all like the main character ish. He's propelling the story.
Yeah.
And the second one, you've got the Peter stuff happening. There's other stuff happening with Rocket. Like Rocket's having his own little like midlife crisis thing too. So it's like those two are kind of like it's about the team, but like those two really compel the story or they propel the story in all three movies. And then you get to the third one and it's about those two more than it ever has been before. Like it's about like those two who've kind of had their own separate stuff going on that's kind of woven together. And then you get to the third movie and like they're not only connected, but like, man, just like all the best aspects of both of those characters are just dialed to 11 in that movie. Like Peter is just like at the beginning, he's like sad, mopey Peter. And it's just like, okay, we need to see him get checked into gear. And what gets him checked into gear? Rocket's also sad and mopey. He gets hurt and Peter's on a mission to save his friend. And it's like, and it's about those two. The scene in where like he thinks Rocket's gonna die and he's crying over the bed, like
the scream,
yeah, like that scene, like that is so good. That is so like there's yeah. Oh my gosh,
I'll just say I think the storytelling in 3, it came across as lazy to me.
Sure, I just like I yeah. Well, I don't think the storytelling in 3 is. But maybe to an aspect, I just think that the vibe is kind of like, to me, like I was saying, like the vibe of each movie is just kind of not great for me. And there's not like, one has very little that ups it out of the vibe for me. I like it the first time I watched it. I don't know if I'll ever watch Guardians again. Number 1, I might. I think it's the least rewatchable movie of the MCU. I've heard other people say that. I agree.
You think Guardians 1 is the least rewatchable movie in the MCU?
Well, no, because Iron Man 2 exists, but it's up there. I think I have to almost completely forget Guardians 1 to want to rewatch it.
That's absurd. Anyway, that's crazy. Guardians 1 is one of the most rewatchable for me.
No. I do think No Way Home is the most rewatchable.
No, because that'd be a different topic. I've only watched No Way Home, I think, twice, 2 or 3 times.
Holy crap! I've probably seen No Way Home 20 times.
Yeah,
I think I went to see it in theaters because I had the A-list at the time. I got like a month before it came out. I got that A-list package or whatever, so it was like $1 for like each month for the next 3 months or whatever. So I got like 3 months of it for $3, and Eternals came out that week, so I went to see Eternals twice just because I could. And then I went to see Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man came out the first day of our winter vacation, so I had like a week and a half off. And during that week and a half, I think I went to go see it 3 or 4, at least 4 or 5 times. I'd just be like, I got nothing going on today. We got nothing planned. The wife's taking a nap. I'm just gonna go watch No Way Home again because you literally I think it's like every day or like I think it's 3 times a week. You could just go on your phone and be like, book a movie and you just, with the thing, which was for $3 for 3 months. That was a crazy good deal. I don't have an AMC around me anymore though, so I can't do that anymore. But
so, I think we did settle. I'll put Winter Soldier at 1. So we end with Winter Soldier on top, Guardians in 2nd, Age of Ultron at 3. Anything you want to say about Age of Ultron? Because I think that's also overhated.
I feel like it's overhated. Probably, it's like the thing is, I
think it's getting some love now.
It's the worst Avengers movie, but it's still an Avengers movie. Like it's
still good.
Yeah, it's still good. Like it has some like local. It's still really strong.
MCU movie.
Yeah. I would agree. That's why I said that this top 3 on here is a huge step from the bottom.
What's your take on what's like your opinion on Ultron?
I mean, they underused him like movies tend to do. They nerfed him into oblivion and they missed it, and then they're like, oh, you can watch What If to see like better Ultron. I'm like, I don't want to watch What If.
They did underuse him. I love the voice acting.
Oh yeah, oh for sure.
David Spade was so good.
I hope they find some reason to bring him back for that later on.
I really do. They're supposed to for Vision Quest.
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that.
I hope they find a way to bring Ultron back. And you know what? If they do, they need to do one thing. Give him his comic accurate look. I think the mouth not moving robot face is just way more sinister. I don't want to see a humanoid face. Just give me a comic accurate looking Ultron face with David Spade's voice and pretty peak. But I loved Ultron, like his lines, about Noah's flood and all, like just so many times I'm like, in the beginning when he walks out to the Avengers party, like that's a top tier scene.
That's a
That's a
great
top
scene
tier
with the
scene.
hammer and yeah, it's great.
So good.
The Pinocchio
Um,
references, it's great.
yeah.
Honestly, that's
So
probably when I think of Age of Ultron. I think like I don't. I it usually takes me like a while to get to thinking about like the final scene, which is weird for an Avengers movie, I guess. For me, it's like the first thing I think of is them in the like the loft or whatever that is, Avengers Tower with the hammer, and then him coming up like that. That's the thing I think about. And then the next
yeah.
one is probably them fighting on the boat for some reason, like when they're trying to stop them from getting the vibranium earlier on or whatever. I think
Yeah,
they're
that
trying to
never
stop the
really comes to
twins.
my mind.
For some reason, that one pops into my mind a lot.
You know what I
And then
forget
it's the
about?
beginning.
I forget about the Hulk Iron Man fight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot about that.
I forget
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
I only remember because you brought up the whole ship, and I'm like, oh yeah, doesn't she get a hold of Hulk then? But yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it's a good movie.
yeah.
So that's at 3, and then we put
Ant-Man at 4.
reluctantly Ant-Man at 4. 5 is Iron Man 5. I'm sorry, Iron Man 5, Iron Man 3.
I like Iron Man
Iron Man
3, but like
Iron
those.
Man 3 is so good. You'll never take it away from me. It's an 8, maybe an 8.5. And then
No.
Thor: The Dark World at the bottom. I think Thor: Dark World is also overhated. It's way better than Love and Thunder. Um, but Ragnarok and Thor 1 are better than that.
The first half of Thor 1 is better than that. Second half is
All of
not.
Thor 1 is better.
No,
It's still better.
no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
Love
even
and
with that,
Thunder
it's
might
that
Love and Thunder might be better than the second half of Thor 1.
the
That's how
first half of Thor
bad.
2 is bad. So
No, no. Thor 2 is consistently like about the same. It's pretty good.
eh, consistently meh.
Second half is better,
But
but it's still pretty good.
yeah.
Okay.
So let us know if we, all 5 of you, if you agree or disagree.
Yeah.
If you think Iron Man 3 is overhated, please let us know. If you think Justin's take on the Guardians movies was absurd, also let us know. I will be spamming in the comments with my own personal account. Like, yeah, bro, Iron Man 3. For the win.
Again, I'm not fighting you on this. I'm an Iron Man 3
You just
defender.
hate. You just hate what you
There's a
don't
lot
understand.
there's a lot of good stuff in the MCU though. I mean, we're nerds, we like it obviously, but like there's a lot of good like and I'm not even like I think Ant-Man is overglazed. But like Ant-Man is considered like great and Iron Man 3 is considered like terrible. In
I
reality,
think
it's
Ant-Man's
more like
considered
this.
mid to good.
Like
Ant-Man is mid to good.
like
It's not great.
like people see him like Ant-Man and Iron Man is like way down here when it's like this. Like Ant-Man's like a step better than Iron Man
I think that's just because people
3.
hate Iron Man 3 for no reason.
I think people have legitimate reasons to hate Iron Man 3, but because there's a lot of bad stuff in Iron Man 3, but
I
not
really
nearly
don't think there is.
like I watched them literally like the same night, 2 and 3. So I'm getting stuff mixed up between like the fight he has with Rhodey and like basically trying to kill himself the whole movie. That's 2,
That's the
and I keep
second,
getting
yeah.
that mixed up. I'm trying to remember. Like honestly, like the villain in Iron Man 3, I don't care about the Mandarin switch out thing, but the villain himself, like Killian, it's just not. It's just awful.
I like Culture.
There's a lot of stuff that's good about Iron Man 3. On rewatch, I thought that the scenes like with him in the little town with the boy, I thought that was more of the movie. That's like barely any of the movie.
Yeah,
It's like
it's only
10
about, like, what,
minutes.
10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, like I thought that was like a bigger portion of the movie. and I really like that stuff. I think I would like it more if that was more of the movie. But before that, you have like him, I don't know, like there's like political stuff with him being like, oh, I could take on some terrorists or whatever, and like actively calling them out. That scene where he calls them out is good, but like all the like will he won't he like step in and do something about it, and like the whole, I like it's a mix because there's like things I really like woven in with things I don't. Um, the orange people, like I said, Killian is not great, but like all of his like henchmen and stuff like that are just off. Like the only thing resembling a villain or like a threat or whatever in that movie is Killian. Everyone else is just insufferable when they're on the screen. And they're on the screen more than Killian. He has like henchmen he sends after him all the time, and they're just like the most annoying, stupidest people you've ever seen.
They're just the typical goons, though, and I don't mind that.
But I mean, like they're not cannon fodder goons. They're like, here's like these two or three like people, because they
There's
confront them
only
in the town. There's like a girl and there's like a buff dude or whatever, and they're just like
So
unnamed person number. They're like tough guy number one,
the
tough guy
girl,
number two.
the girl and the guy, both of them are not bad antagonists. The girl, like he beats because he lures her into the restaurant and it has the gas going. Like to me, that's just Tony being Tony. That's not her sucking. And then the guy, doesn't he wash him out with the water tower or something?
Yeah, but it's not about them like sucking the fight. The fights are fine. I'm just saying that like the actual like
character to them, there's no
threat or
depth.
kind of like the scenes are
I don't
real.
care
The
about
scenes
that.
with them are just super cut and dry, and then Killian is like barely a villain,
I mean, to be
and
honest, that'd
his
be like me
motivation is
complaining
like
about
really stupid.
Crossbones. I mean, I don't care about Crossbones in Winter Soldier.
But
Like,
if Crossbones had more screen time than Bucky, and he,
I really don't think they have more screen time than Killian. I
it's
think you're
close.
overstating that.
It's close.
I don't think
Like
it's back.
Killian is like, well, Killian is like in it for most of it, like as like a business, his businessman doing business guy stuff, shady business stuff or whatever, and he's just like the most insufferable little prick, like ever. And then all of a sudden, like, but anytime like he just kind of like at the end he's just like, oh yeah, and now me, it's like I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like I think the villains are the biggest part because like all the Iron Man stuff in that movie, all the Tony stuff is really good. I love the scene where he's tied against the bed frame and he's like trying to call. He's got the little watch on him. Oh, and he has to get the watch. He has to get the limited edition watch back for the kid. Like, there's a lot of good stuff.
Hello Kitty.
I wish that would be because like No Way Home. One like there's some like there's a few movies that are like this isn't a Christmas movie, but this is a Christmas movie. And for some reason,
That is one of them.
I've always thought of Iron Man 3 as a Christmas movie. It's not.
It is.
After my rewatch, because the Christmas vibes and stuff like that all has to do with like when he's in that town
The
with the
town.
little boy. But like you just admitted,
Yeah.
that's like a tenth of the movie. I thought this was like a
But
third of
also
the
at
movie.
also at the end in the fight, he says, "What should we do, sir?" And he's like, "It's Christmas. Let's take him to church." It was like, "Oh, okay, it is Christmas time."
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know with like with Spider-Man with No Way Home, like you get the snow, you get the vibe. It's all Christmassy there.
Eh.
It's like Miles Morales, the video game. Like that's a
I
great
think No
game
Way
to
Home
play around
also
Christmas
has like, don't they have Halloween decorations up though?
during Halloween or like right after Halloween because Halloween's like a month and a half away from Christmas.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't really. I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I still
Also,
view
I
them
think the
both.
only Halloween
I-
decorations are in the like coffee shop, which might be like them saying that they don't take their decorations
care.
down.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't do that often.
But I mean, yeah, I just like I like Iron Man 3. I'm an Iron Man 3 defender. But like
Hates it.
and I think people overhype Ant-Man, but I don't think it's enough to put it under Iron Man 3. Like I think that the problems in Iron Man 3, like Iron Man 3 is a kind of a bad movie with a really good like main character. It does really
I'm
like
gonna
he's
have to
great.
go ahead and disagree with you there.
Okay,
I
wow,
don't know if you've seen Office Space, but
I have not. Every time I see
it's a
people
good
talking
movie.
about it, I for like half a second think they're talking about The Office, and then I try and scrub my brain trying to remember like what they're talking about, and then did it registers. Oh no, it's that other thing.
You say like that's what she said, and they're like, what are you talking about? Shut up, it's the wrong one.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else when we wrap up here? We
I
got
don't think so. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, we won't be back until afterwards. Um, I'm gonna try and start getting these out at a relatively good time. This one, just for your information, I'll go ahead and work
Two
on
hours.
uploading this. Oh yeah, yep. We're almost at 2 hours. We got 5 more minutes. Anything you want to talk about for 5 minutes? Um,
Um,
I think
I think
I think we're good.
155 will be.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Happy Thanksgiving, all. Anyone who sees this, anyone who's stuck around, thank you for it. This has been Mask and Cowl. I'm Justin. That's Ben, and we'll see you guys next time.